1 hour later.
Hello everyone, Citrus Aviation here with another video. Anyway, as many of you may know, the brand new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 has been announced with a reveal trailer, and there has also been now a gameplay reveal and a few other things that have happened with a couple of Q&As and all. There have been maybe a total of about 7 or so aircraft that include the Airbus A320neo, the Cessna Grand Caravan, the Cirrus SR-22, the TBM 700. There's a Piper aircraft with like the giant wheels and all, sport aircraft. There's been another light sport aircraft as well as the Cessna, I believe it's 172, has been announced. So here in this video I'm going to show you 5 aircraft that should be added to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. They must be in. It's really important to put them in because they will make the game so much better, add much more dynamic experience and gameplay. So first off, we are going to start with the Cessna 750 Citation X. This aircraft is one of the most legendary of all Cessna aircraft. The aircraft started production in 1998 and went through 2018 to production. Had a nice 20-year running span there of production. The aircraft at the time when it was first built was the fastest private jet in the world. It featured a revolutionary new fuselage and winglet design that allowed it to reduce aerodynamic drag and increase lift, which allows it to get the speed much higher. You can see from the picture here that the aircraft is much quicker aerodynamically and is able to get to those speeds. It also has these really powerful, huge engines in the back, and a lot of Citation X's will have Citation X written somewhere on the engine or tail section, as is the case with this one. And also the aircraft features giant winglets like you might see on a CRJ or something like that. And this aircraft is a really sleek, slim design. This aircraft has since been replaced by 2 aircraft in the Citation range. There isn't really an aircraft that fits exactly in this price point. The aircraft started approximately $23 million, and for that monies, you got a lot of aircraft for the money. It was very fast, could hold about 8 or so people comfortably, and for the money, still an expensive aircraft. About $23 million is what it would cost you to get a good one, decent options. That's still expensive, but in the world of private jets that are fast and luxurious, that's not a lot of money. This aircraft competed with things like the Gulfstream G450, which has a starting price about $45 million. The Learjet 60, which has a starting price of also about $42 million. The Dassault Falcon 2000, which has a starting price about $42 million. All these had a starting price somewhere in the $40 million. This thing comes in at almost half the price and was a great affordable option for many companies and individuals. It's an excellent aircraft. The aircraft was eventually replaced by the slightly smaller Cessna Citation Latitude, which is more or less the direct competitor or replacement for this aircraft. And then the now new top of the range, even bigger Cessna Citation Hemisphere, which now sits on top of the range. It's about $10 million more expensive than the Citation X was. It's also much bigger, even faster, and of course the big deal is it has a much longer range. So the Citation X will be a great representation in Flight Simulator 2020 for general aviation aircraft, as there really isn't a private jet they have announced yet, so I figured that's where we should start filling in gaps that they haven't announced, which is basically what this video is going to be. If you guys really like this video, obviously tell me so in the comments section, and if this video does really well, I'll do another one of 5 more aircraft that should be added to Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. So the second aircraft is the Boeing 787-9. There's only been one commercial airliner announced so far, and you'll see another one later in the video of an aircraft I think they should add. But this one is one that should definitely be added. I was really had to think hard about what commercial airliners they should add, because I didn't want to overload this video with just 5 commercial airliners that should be added. Maybe that could be its own video, but I have 2 in here, and this was one of the 2 that I chose. 787. It's a very modern, high-tech aircraft, the fastest-selling commercial airliner in history, so I figured it's worthy of having it, as there has not been a wide-body announced. The only aircraft commercially that's been announced is the A320neo, so we need a wide-body, so the 787-9 it is. They should do the 787, and they'll probably end up doing the Dash 9, which at the moment is the definitive version. I do believe, though, the 787-10 will eventually become the definitive best-selling version, but we'll just have to see how that goes. Anywho, 779 would be an amazing addition. It has a lot of great technology such as the flex wings and almost entirely carbon fiber construction. It has the engines which are extremely efficient and save a lot of money, and they have the cool things, pointy things on the back. I forget what they're called at the moment. But anyway, it's a sleek aircraft, nothing that looks quite like it. It's a unique aircraft to fly. It should definitely be one that they should add to the game. The other aircraft that they should add to the game would be the F-35, and in particular the US Navy's F-35B Lightning II. This is an aircraft that, again, will fill a void that they don't have in the game that they've had in previous flight simulators. No military fighter. They've always traditionally had at least one military fighter aircraft. Obviously, famous FSX had the FA-18, and they had some other aircraft too. But the FA-18 was traditionally the well-known one. Why not spice it up a bit with something modern that's unique and offers a unique playing experience? Obviously, to model this aircraft in the physics would be very, very difficult. But Microsoft has the resources and the talent to do it. So I believe they can do it. So here we have an F-35B. Obviously, VTOL is one of the things that this aircraft is capable of. But this would have to be initiated in a very interesting way to make the physics really, really accurate and interesting and fun to play. It can also do short field takeoffs. And the F-35C, which is the US Navy and Marines version, mostly intended for the Marine Corps. It's great for landing on carrier decks and that sort of thing, so it can do short field takeoffs as well. Also, this aircraft can dogfight. It would be a really fun aircraft to see people flying around airports with F-35s, VTOL landing on 747s, and all that kind of fun jazz. The fourth aircraft that should be added to the game is the Boeing 757. This will fill in the area of the classic airline that's still in operation area. They've always kind of had one of these older airliners in the game. So the 757-200 can come in many, many different variants. For example, this is a 757-200 Gen 2 with the winglets. And so they could do like the 757-200 Generation 1 with or without winglets, or the Generation 2 with or without winglets. There's big differences between those different four aircraft, but they could also do the cargo variant of the 757-200, or they could do the 757-300 pencil. There's a lot of options they could do with the 752. I think they'd probably end up modeling the 757-200 Generation 2 with winglets. That was by far the best seller of them all, and it's the most common it's the most common one seen today. The Gen 1s have pretty much all been retired or sent to cargo airlines. The final aircraft I think they should add would be the military UH-60 Blackhawk, particularly the Mike model. So this is an aircraft I've actually gotten to take a ride on recently. I haven't posted the video for it, but it was a great, nice 25-ish minute ride in a UH-60M Blackhawk 2015 model that I got to ride in with the Air National Guard. So it was very awesome to be able to have that experience. It's an experience worth doing if you can ever get a chance to do it. So I was really, really pleased to be able to do that. The reason for this being the aircraft of choice is this would be a great mission aircraft, as you can do a lot of the flight simulator missions. They could add a lot of dynamics with that. This aircraft is used for all kinds of things such as personnel transport, fire and rescue, and other cargo missions that this aircraft can contribute in. The aircraft is a rotor aircraft that has unique physics and operations. Obviously, Flight Simulator is famous for its rotor aircraft, so this would be an awesome one to add. I know they announced they will not be having any rotor aircraft at launch, but they should relent from that decision and change it. Add this aircraft in particular. So, these are the top 5 aircraft that the Microsoft dev team need to add into Microsoft Flight Simulator to make the experience much better and enriching it with great aircraft. So which ones do you want to see? Give me your top 5 aircraft in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. God bless.